Welcome back to the Verdict Zone. Today, a family gathering turns into an explosive confrontation after a highly inappropriate and cruel accusation is made by the new spouse, a woman whose entry into the family already caused massive damage. The fallout from this one public question will test family loyalty, honor, and the very definition of boundaries. Prepare for a story where a single sentence shatters the fragile peace of a family already in crisis. The story begins with a deeply fractured family trying to stitch itself back together. Our protagonist's brother has divorced his wife and is now married to the woman he had an affair with. For the sake of the brother, the rest of the family is attempting to accept this new spouse, but the air is thick with tension. She isn't just a new wife. She's seen as the woman who broke up the original family unit. Her presence is a constant, painful reminder of betrayal. This forced acceptance is a ticking time bomb, and a family gathering is about to provide the spark. Everyone is walking on eggshells, trying to maintain a semblance of civility, but the underlying resentment is palpable. The stage is set for a confrontation, but no one could have predicted how ugly it was about to get. The family gathering is underway, and a fragile truce seems to be holding. Suddenly, the brother's new wife shatters the peace with a calculated and deeply cruel public attack. She turns to the protagonist's wife, in front of everyone, and demands she prove their daughter's paternity. The insult is layered with venom. Her supposed reasoning? She points out that the protagonist is lighter skinned than his own daughter, cruelly implying that the child should have inherited a fairer complexion from him. This wasn't just a question. It was a public accusation of infidelity, wrapped in a deeply offensive comment about a child's appearance. The room falls silent, the shock hanging in the air. The new wife didn't just cross a line. She obliterated it, weaponizing a child's skin tone to attack her mother's honor and her father's trust in front of their entire family. This wasn't just poor judgment. This was a declaration of war. In the face of this shocking, unprovoked attack, the protagonist's wife is stunned into silence. Her mind is racing, trying to process the sheer audacity and cruelty of the accusation. But before she can even gather her thoughts, her husband, our protagonist, steps in. He becomes her shield. He looks the accuser dead in the eye and tells her firmly that his wife does not need to prove anything to anyone, especially not to her. But the new spouse doesn't back down. She persists, even suggesting that perhaps he should look into his own family heritage, doubling down on her offensive line of questioning. That's when the protagonist's defense turns into an offense. He looks at her and says he's not the one who needs to worry about his family's history, calling her out directly as the affair partner who already has plenty of experience destroying relationships. The gloves are off. The confrontation sends shockwaves through the gathering. The protagonist's mother, trying to de-escalate, pulls him aside. She asks him why he had to use such inflammatory language, why he had to call her the affair partner in front of everyone. But the protagonist is done with quiet diplomacy. He raises his voice, making sure everyone, especially the accuser, can hear him. He declares loudly that a woman who broke up his brother's first marriage has absolutely no right to stand there and question his wife's fidelity. He makes it clear that this attack on his family's honor will not be tolerated. Without another word, he and his wife turn and leave the gathering immediately. The story doesn't end there. Later, his brother calls, not to apologize for his wife's behavior, but to demand an apology from the protagonist and his wife for the public shaming. The protagonist's response is absolute and unwavering. He will never ever apologize to the woman who questioned his wife and his child. The brother desperately tries to defend his new wife. He attempts to justify her behavior by bringing up the past, mentioning that his first marriage was an arranged one, as if that somehow excuses the current cruelty. But the protagonist isn't having it. He shuts down the argument, stating that the history of the first marriage is completely irrelevant. It doesn't give this new woman a free pass to launch baseless, malicious attacks on his family. The new spouse didn't just make a social blunder. She violated the most sacred, unspoken rule of any family, You do not attack the children. You do not question a mother's honor or a child's legitimacy. The brother, by demanding an apology, has made his choice clear. He is prioritizing his new partner's feelings over the dignity of his own family, siding with the aggressor against the victims. This isn't just about a single argument anymore. It's about fundamental values and where loyalties truly lie. So now, the verdict is in your hands. The woman who broke up a family launched a public attack on the protagonist's wife and child, questioning their very honor. Was the protagonist right to use harsh, public language to defend his family, or did his explosive reaction just make the family rift even worse? The moral verdict is yours. The verdict zone is open. Was the accuser deservedly shamed? Vote now and tell us what you think. Hit that subscribe button and click the link below to join the debate in our forum. And for more stories that will make you question everything, check out more from the Verdict Zone channel. Thanks for watching.